Alright, this is my third project for UCR's CS122A course for fall 2020. So I built a simulated home security system. So if I run it, well, let me set all these to 0 real quick. If I run my project, the terminal is only used to keep track of the inputs and outputs. So we have a power button, we have a front side entry sensor, a front side motion sensor, a front sound sensor, a backside entry sensor, a backside motion sensor, a backside sound sensor, and also an input to turn off any alarms that the security system triggers. On the outputs, we have B0 for whether an intruder is detected. The conditions for an intruder being detected is whether motion and sound is detected by the security system in the same area. So that would be motion and sound in the front would indicate an intruder in the front. Motion and sound in the back would indicate an intruder in the back. Likewise, an intrusion indicated on the B1 bit would be the same thing if all sensors are triggered. So if an entry sensor is triggered in the front or back of the house in addition to the motion and sound. This doesn't trigger if it's only an entry sensor because we assume that someone from the inside, for example, has opened the door. On a detection of an intruder, an intrusion, the alarm will go off, blinking bits B2 to B3, and in which case it would only turn off if you flip it off. This would indicate that you've dealt with the intrusion, or it's some kind of false alarm, or you've called the police, for example. Bits B4 to B7 indicate intrusions, intruders, and where they're located. So B4 to B5 indicates intrusions, and it tells you where. So B4 would indicate an intrusion in the front, B5 would indicate intrusion in the back, and then for B6 to B7, B6 would indicate an intruder in the front, and B7 would indicate an intruder in the back. So we can test this. Let's first turn on the system. So we want to indicate an intruder in the front, so let's say that the front motion and sound are turned on, so A2 and A3. So on B0 we show that there's an intruder, and then shows you where, which is the front of the house. Likewise, we can turn on the we can simulate a trigger in the motion and sound in the back, so we do that, and we see it's on in the back. And if we turn off, say, one of the motion or sound, we don't detect an intruder because we say that the motion and sound together indicates an intruder. Same thing for the front. If there's an entry detected as well as motion and sound, so let's try the front of the house. We turn on the entry sensor for the front of the house. We indicate that there is an intrusion. It's in the front of the house, and we see the alarms going off. Likewise, we can do it for the same for the back. And if we want to turn off the alarm, we turn on A7, switch off the alarm. Likewise, if we can just turn off the whole system. So if we turn it off, and everything shuts off. And that is my project. Thank you.